Yo, it's been a while. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Seesaw Sanji here with another video. I know it's been a while and I haven't been, making videos like I normally have. A lot of things have happened in my life, so working 2 jobs, other family health problems, trying to take care of what I need to take care of. This is on my last priority, people. So it is what it is. I got overwhelmed. Something had to go, and making videos was one of them. I don't get paid money to be doing this, so bills override that. Anyway, what I'd like to make a video on today, I'd like to talk about today, is something I kind of shy away from, and that's making predictions and being a YouTube One Piece predictor or whatever, prophesizer or whatever. Now, the thing, it kind of makes me cringe about it. I see a lot of it, and somebody would take somebody's idea, put their own little twist on it, or add information to it that wasn't in the story originally when the first person made it, and tries to put their spin on it and make it their own. It's kind of cringe. Plus, I can tell you right now, the 3 main things that make up most of the videos are Zoro's left eye, where is or what is the One Piece, and then the third thing is what I'm going to touch upon today, is Luffy's Gear 5th or Devil Fruit Awakening. I'm going to touch on the awakening part. I kind of throw them two things in together because a lot of other people do throw them in together, and I think his awakening is going to be related to his Gear 5th or vice versa. What I'm going to touch on today is it's a lot of nonsense going on about his awakening. Okay, I've heard things of him making the whole world into like a bouncy castle, and him bouncing around like a ball, and all this crazy stuff that doesn't make any sense. First of all, he can already do that now. Have these people not bounced around a rubber ball? You normally bounce around something hard anyway. You can do that now. Another thing too is people say his vulcanization. Okay, let me explain something to you. I was a former employee of the Michelin Tire Corporation. Okay, I used to help make tires, a Michelin pilot to be exact. And a little unknown fact about rubber is that it is white. Okay, people look at tires and they associate tires with rubber. The thing is, they put charcoal powder in the rubber compound, making it black. Initially it is white. They can make that rubber any color of the rainbow. If you look it up, they make tires with red stripes. When you do a burnout, they have pink smoke, and they also make ones with blue, and they make blue smoke when you do a burnout with them. That's what they're there for, like a novelty. They've cracked down on those tires a lot because people would use them to mark gang territory. Crips and the Bloods, they'll have a red one or have a blue one to mark their gang territory on the asphalt with their cars. It's a real thing, okay? So the vulcanization with the black armament hunk, he's not vulcanization, okay? That's not, even turning black and vulcanization is 2 different things. Vulcanization is a chemical process with the rubber. It has nothing to do with what color he is or isn't. Okay? So just stop with that. Now, what I like to talk about with this awakening, a lot of people have misconstrued it as when he awakened, they affect the surrounding area around him. True, but it's not true. Pay more attention. You have the zone devil fruits. When they awaken, it's straightforward. They have more, durability, more strength, more, they can recover faster. It's basically all physical characteristics get enhanced. Okay? Alogia. The Logias are based off natural elements. Therefore, when they awaken, they affect the weather. You have, Crocodile, his devil fruit with sand. He can dry things out. So when he awakened, he was able to cause a drought. Now, You have the two admirals that fought on Punk Hazard. One had magma power, and he turned half the island into a volcano hellscape looking thing. The other one, Akiji, he had, ice power, so he turned it into a snow blizzard wonderland. They affect the weather. Okay? Now with Paramecias, they're a little different. What I believe is they affect what they care about the most. Follow along with me. You have the Flamingo. All he cared about was controlling De La Rosa. Manipulating De La Rosa. He didn't really care about the people. The people were expendable to him. He was willing to kill them all off. They were just an asset, a means to an end. And he had that awakening the whole entire time. But you never seen his awakening until you got to De La Rosa. He was fighting during Whitebeard. Not Whitebeard, but his subordinates. Okay? He's fighting Josu. But he didn't use his awakening then. He could have used it then, but he didn't. He used it on De La Rosa. And when he used his awakening on De La Rosa, he was able to actually manipulate the buildings and De La Rosa itself to his will. He turned it into strings to fight Luffy with. Okay? Then you have Charlotte Kalikuri. His awakening, all he cared about was himself and the people who loved him. Because you can say, he loved his family. Not necessarily, because Fonpei was part of his family too. But when Fonpei started, talking about his mouth, started bad-mouthing him, telling him he's this and that, and started laughing at him, he knocked her right out with his Conqueror's Haki. So, yeah and no. He cared about the people who cared about him. And what did his Devil Fruit power allow him to do? To manipulate his self, and to the point where he had Logia characteristics. He was able to move his self to dodge things. And if you look at it, the parts of the mochi that weren't physically attached to him looked like him. Okay? They looked like his fist. He could have made that mochi look like anything he wanted to do. He could have made it like spikes. He could have made it round. He could have made it like a missile. He could have done anything he wanted to do. He could have made it any shape, take on any characteristic you wanted to. But he took on the characteristics of his fist because he's self-centered. Okay? So, take this logic and apply it to Luffy. Okay? What does Luffy care about the most? He doesn't really care about material things that much. The only material things he really cares about is his hat and his ship to a certain extent. But he's not really worried about his ship. Because you see, he gets damaged all the time. But he's not worried about it because he knows he has Frankie. He has Frankie that can fix it right back up. It's like in Whole Cake when it got tore up from Big Mom. It got set on fire and everything else. He actually set it on fire trying to cook something. Luffy did. He's not really worried about the ship to a certain extent. Because he knows he has Frankie to fix it. What is Luffy really worried about? He's worried about his crew and the people who are around him. Okay? Those are the things he cares about. And not only does he care about these people, he also cares about their emotions. Look at it. If you go back Orlong Park, okay? Nami was crying. She was upset. She started stabbing herself in the arm. Luffy did not understand why she was crying. He didn't understand any of that. He was stupid. Okay? All he knew was this Orlong guy was doing something to make Nami cry. Okay? And so he needs his ass kicked. Okay? So he goes out to Orlong. And they're going through the building as they're fighting. And he sees Nami's prison. Okay? Drawing all those maps and whatnot. And how much Nami had to suffer drawing all those maps and drawing them to her fingers bled and whatnot. She had bandages on her fingers. It showed her little kid the bandages on her fingers. And she was forced to have to do that. That was part of Nami's suffering. So he destroyed that room. He cares about their well-being and their emotions. Luffy's always been attached to the people's emotions around him. He can bend their wheels to serve him. He can stretch out their strengths and their weaknesses to make them more flexible people. You get what I'm saying? His devil fruit affects the emotions and the wills of the people around him. That's what I think. It's not necessarily the landscape around him. Because if you make him into like a bouncy castle or whatever, that's not feasible. I mean, it's not realistic. He can already bounce around now. It's stupid. I think paramecias in general affect what the user cares about the most. Okay? And also too, they got a book on devil fruits. Why haven't they already discovered, like in that book, like listed what the awakenings are for each devil fruit? These people aren't the first people to use this fruit. It's been used for generations. So why haven't they put that in there? I mean, they noted that some people never achieved the awakening. Okay, but after 4 or 5 generations of the same people using the same fruit, somebody has to awaken it by now. They should at least have some knowledge of what the awakening consists of each fruit. I think they know, just not telling you. But I think Luffy's devil fruit affects the emotions of the people around him. It makes them more pliable, like rubber. You get what I'm saying here? Well, that's my video for today. If you like, comment, subscribe. If you like videos like this, like what I think about things. I might be wrong, I might be right. I'm not going to make 1,000 videos on, predictions or whatever and think it's an accomplishment that I get 3 of them right. I'm not that type of person. I don't care about receiving the credit. I mean, it is what it is. I just like talking about this stuff. And that's the reason why I made this channel. And that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I like doing it, and I just want to talk to more people, and this is my way of doing it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Seesaw out.